Everyone, welcome back. It is day 36 of our distant learning. So glad you can still join us and you're hanging in there with all of us. So, can you believe it? It's day 36. Let's do that on our fingers. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Wow, you're making it. We're getting there. And guess who's joining us today? Yes, it is Schubert. Schubert wanted to join us for the Brain Smart Start. So Schubert is going to go ahead and hold up our schedule for what we're going to do. You guys know it. We're going to do our greeting, our little music and movement, which will be our 5 green and speckled frogs. So you can jump around or move however you want. We are going to do our breathing, our I love you ritual, our commitment, and then finally our wish well. So if you guys are all ready, I'm ready. Schubert, are you ready? He is ready as well. So we're going to start with our greeting. So again, we're going to do the same greeting we did yesterday, which is start your day. So let's go ahead and start our day. All right, here we go. This day, everybody, your hands. Let's start this day. Everybody shake your hands. Let's start this day. Everybody swing your arms. Let's start this day with a song. Let's start this day. Everybody tuck your knees. Everybody twist your feet. Let's start this day. Everybody swing your arms. Let's start this day with a song. The music makes way. Thanks for this day. Let the music make you sway and say thanks for this day. Let the music make you twist and say I'll do my best this day. Let's start this day. Everybody clap your hands. Let's start this day. Everybody shake your hips. Let's start this day. Everybody swing your arms. Let's start this day with a song. Let's start this day with a song. Let's start this day with a song. All right. How does that feel? All right. Now, what are we going to do next? We are going to do our music and movement. So, again, that was our 5 green and speckled frogs. So, are we ready? Let me move out of the way so we can see them. Bring this down a little bit right there. All right. Here we go. We're going to sit Schubert right here and he's going to watch us. Ready? As we sing it together. Here we go. 5 green speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 speckled frogs. Grub, grub. Way to go. Ready? Get those fingers up there. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 speckled frogs. Grub, grub. Ready? You guys ready? 3. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled rock, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 speckled frogs. Glub, grub. Two green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled frog, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are one speckled frog. Grub, grub. One green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. She jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Grub, grub. Yeah, way to go. All right, let me pull myself up here a little bit. That was fun. All right, let's see. I hid the schedule over underneath here, so let me get it out. Oops, there we go. And what comes next, Schubert, is going to be helpful and hold this up for me. And he's going to let us know what's next, Schubert. Ah, it's the breathing. Okay, let's see. I wonder which one he's going to pick. Okay, Schubert, go ahead. I don't know. Which one did he pick? Ah, the bunny breathing. All right, bunnies and frogs. They may be living in your yard. Who knows? All right, let's do bunny breathing. You remember we use our fingers and we go up and then the bunny hops down. So when we come up, we breathe in through our nose and then we hop down, we breathe out through our mouth. So let's go ahead and do that. Are we ready? Here we go. We go up and down. And we're going to go up and down. And one more, go up and down. All right. Our next Brain Smart Start activity to connect, find a partner if you can, is our I love you ritual. All right, we're going to see Schubert's pick again. So we'll see what he picks here. Here are all of his choices. He's got a lot of choices here. Let's see, Schubert. I'll hold this up for you. Which one he's going to pick? Oh, I think he found one. Humpty Dumpty! Yay! Humpty Dumpty! All right, so if you can find a partner, that would be super helpful to do that with you. Somebody needs to be the wall and the other person's the Humpty Dumpty. All right, are we ready? So here we go. We've done this a few times, so hopefully you'll remember how we do it. And I'll try to sing it a little slow so you can keep up. You ready? Okay, here we go. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And as you're falling, the person who's the wall is going to grab it. Now massage the arms. All the king's horses and all the king's men could put Humpty together again. All right, so what comes next? Let's see. I bet you guys know. It is here we go, commitment. So what are you willing to commit to today? Is it are you willing to be helpful? Are you willing to remember to tap someone on the shoulder and ask them if they want to play and look them in the eye? Are you willing to maybe clean up your room? Are you willing to set the table or clean the table, whatever it is? Maybe you can try to do one special thing for your family today to show them you care about them. Or maybe even one special thing you can make a heart for somebody or make a letter and send it to somebody. Whatever it may be, think about a special commitment maybe you could do again today. It does make a difference to others. It does. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our wish well And I wish you well with your commitment, but we're going to go ahead and sing our song. So, again, think about all those special people in our lives, all those people in the community, our healthcare workers, our firemen, our EMTs, our police officers, your teachers that are helping you, and your parents that are helping you. So many people in the community that are help us stay healthy and hopefully we'll be able to get out soon and see others by doing the right thing and doing what we're being asked to do. So let's wish everybody well right now. So let's start our song and stand up and we'll get going here. Here we go. Here we go, Schubert and I. You ready? My heart to your heart. I wish you well. My elbow to your elbow. I wish you well. My back to your back. I wish you well. My eyes to your eyes. I wish you well. How can we help everyone we know? How can we help each other grow? Sometimes it's hard to know what to do. Wishing them well connects me to you. Wishing them well connects me to you. My heart to your heart. I wish you well. My elbow to your elbow. I wish you well. My back to your back. I wish you well. My eyes to your eyes. I wish you well. How can we help everyone we know? How can we help each other grow? Sometimes it's hard to know what to do. Wishing them well connects me to you. Wishing them well connects me to you. You make a difference. Let's move and wish our neighbor well. My knees to your knees. I wish you well. My shoulders to your shoulders. I wish you well. My hip to your hip. I wish you well. My hands to your hands. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. All right, that's such a fun song. I'm so glad we shared it together. Whoops, here we go. All right, so we are going to talk about another social story today. We've talked about that yesterday and what we were going to do today. So here is our story for today. So Schubert's going to just sit on my lap and listen to it while I'm on my lap. Well, he's on my lap. And it's called When People Get the New Coronavirus. So again, it's common for our children to worry about it, especially if a loved one gets the COVID-19, or perhaps you might know of a family member or friend that had the virus. So they may be asking some prompting questions. So this might be helpful for you to read to them, or I'm going to read it today. But again, it's available on the Conscious Discipline website if you would like to read it. You can either download it on your computer if you're able to and just read it that way or print it up. Anxiety is fueled by a need for reassuring comfort and information with children. So it's so helpful to answer the children's questions rather than avoiding them, even the tough ones. So um, some of this, some of this information in here might be tough for children to hear at times, but it's really important for them to have those questions answered, and then it might fuel some more questions and more discussion. And then that anxiety may be relieved somewhat by answering some of those things. And again, working through some of that breathing and you're safe. I'm your safekeeper, and we're here to keep you safe and healthy and all of that. So again, this simple story is useful to support as you discuss what a virus is and what happens when people get COVID-19. It also helps children take those precautions that our government and our politicians and our healthcare workers continue to talk about to protect ourselves and others in order to be safe. So let's go ahead and read this, and we'll read it together. So, a virus is something very small. Viruses live inside people, animals, and even plants. So, viruses are all around us. Viruses sometimes make people sick. So, not all viruses make you sick, but sometimes they can make some people sick more than others. You have probably had a cold before. A cold is caused by a virus. So, many of us have had a cold before, and it is a virus. When a person gets a virus, their body will fight against the virus. And people usually get better quickly. So, a lot of times, if you've ever gotten a cold, you've gotten the cold, and your parents have taken care of you, and then you have gotten better and you're able to go back to school. So, a lot of times we can get viruses, but we just take care of ourselves and we eat healthy and we get lots of rest and we drink lots of fluids and we can get better and all is well. There are many kinds of coronaviruses. When scientists look at them under a microscope, they look like they have a crown. Corona means crown, and that's how these viruses got their name. So many of you, if you have watched any of the TV while your parents are watching it, a lot of times you will be seeing all of these circles with these little crowns on them. And that's why it's called coronavirus, because these little crowns on top of the circle, that's where the name corona comes, a crown. So that's why it looks that way. And that's what the scientists see under the microscope. There is a new type of coronavirus called novel coronavirus. So sometime you may have heard about that as well. It is so new that our bodies don't quite know how to respond to it. So sometimes we're coughing, and sometimes we get cold and with a fever, and sometimes your belly can ache. So some people who get the new coronavirus won't get sick at all. Sometimes you can get it and you're not sick at all, or you're just maybe just a little bit sick. They won't even know that they have the virus sometimes. Some people with the new coronavirus will get a little sick. They will rest at home until they feel better. So sometimes we have viruses just like when we have a cold and we just stay home and we're safe and we get better. Some people who get the new coronavirus will need to go to the hospital. They will need help from the doctors and the nurses. So that's why we always are wishing our doctors and our nurses well to help others. They are so helpful in the hospitals by caring for so many people. They are working so hard. If someone we love gets sick, they may need to rest at home until they feel better. So, see this person so they can stay at home. So, sometimes if you do get sick, you can stay home. You don't always have to go to the hospital. If someone we love gets very sick, they might go to the hospital. So, again, here's the picture of the hospital. So, they may go to the hospital if they're sick. And that's okay because they're going to get better. And they're going, and you see their masks? They're using masks so they don't spread the virus to others. It's hard to be separated from people we love, but we know that the hospital is a place where sick people can get help from the doctors and the nurses. So, again, that's hard. And that's the time For sure that we have to continue to wish so many well, wish all of those people that are going to those hospitals well. They can feel that if you do. There are things we can do to stay healthy. So let's find out what it is. We can help to keep our families and friends healthy too. So look at what this little girl's doing. She is not only washing her hands, but she is wearing a mask. Washing our hands is helpful. Keeping space between ourselves and others is also helpful. So you'll hear that a lot of times we unfortunately have to be a little bit farther apart than we're used to with people in the community. Wearing masks is sometimes helpful too. If you can do that, you can be brave and wear a mask. That would be super helpful. I like to think about helpful things we can do to stay healthy. And there's the picture of them keeping their distance, having clean hands, and wearing a mask. I like knowing that doctors and nurses are at hospitals for people who need the help. And here they are. Those are all of our doctors and nurses and staff at the hospitals helping keep us healthy. So, again, we just need to make sure that it's important that we continue to wash our hands, wash those hands and keep our hands clean. And until somebody tells us otherwise, we got to really try to wear our masks when we're out. When you're at home with your family, it's okay. You don't have to wear it. But again, remember we read that book. It's okay. So even though if I have a mask on, I'm still Miss Patty, no matter if I have a mask on or not. It can be scary to see others with a mask on as well. But just remember, take those deep breaths, and they're there to try to keep us healthy and you healthy as well. Will we always have to wear a mask? Absolutely not. There'll be a day that we won't have to wear a mask anymore. But just for the time being, there will be certain times that we'll have to wear it. So be brave. You can do this. You got this. And we're going to get through it together. And your mommies and your daddies and those who love you are going to help you all the way along. So I hope you have a wonderful day of learning and exploring. It has been so nice um, watching you virtually and seeing you, um, parents sending pictures and all along the way. And I wish you well and stay healthy. And again, Schubert is going to say goodbye to you. He enjoyed that story as well. And we will see you all tomorrow. All right. Bye.